My name is Alexander Keehnen. I live in the Netherlands, in Amsterdam, and in this video I want to share with you why being stress-free is my #1 priority in life. Why is this relevant? Why would you listen to me? Why is this relevant for anyone on this planet? Well, all of this started 10 years ago when I discovered the value of personal development. I got this first book that taught me how to get exactly the one thing that I wanted to get. In this case, it was about how to seduce beautiful women. Something I never learned, something with my 23 years that I wanted to learn. And as I started to experience everything that was in the book, I felt something deeper happen inside of me. My inner game started to develop. I became more confident, stronger. And that's when I learned the one most important lesson I learned in my life. I can do and become anything that I want. All I need to do is make a firm decision. Find the people who are great at it, do what they say, and repeat until it becomes integrated in my body. That's where integrity comes from, by the way. Why is this all so incredibly important? Well, it all starts with this one question that we all ask when we're a little kid. We don't get a satisfactory answer, and then we kind of bury it and forget about it for the rest of our lives. Well, I refuse to do that. Why? I only live once, as far as I know. So here's my question. Why are we here? What's going on? Why are we here on this planet? What does it mean to be human? How did I get into this body? Who are you? Who am I? I kept asking myself those questions over the past 10 years. And I read everything I could find. I watched videos. I became addicted to personal development. And 2 years ago, everything clicked. My brain is pretty good at pattern recognition. When I was 5, I taught myself how to read. Not my mom, not my teacher, nobody. I taught myself how to read. Apparently my brain is good at pattern recognition. So all the stuff that I learned, it added up. And suddenly everything clicked. So here I go. In this video, I will tell you my most important conclusions and what I created for the world so that also you and everybody else can benefit. So there we go. First question, why are we here? Why are we here as humans on this planet? Well, pure logic gave me the answer. First of all, we are here to survive. It must be. Why else would we procreate? Why else would we have such an urge to eat and drink? It's programmed into our bodies. We want to make children. Our bodies somehow deep inside know that that is the right thing to do. So we're here to survive. But hey, what is the use of survival if we don't have fun? Why are we here? Aren't we here to enjoy ourselves? To collect beautiful experiences? To simply experience joy? Even the Bible writes about it. We are here to enjoy ourselves. So first of all, to survive. Second of all, to create beautiful experiences. For ourselves and for others. That's the way I wanted to look at the world. And it was a bit over 2 years ago, the 3rd of July 2016, when my wife and I, Lenka, love of my life, and together we become one. She's taught me so much. We had a very special day. It was a Sunday afternoon. We watched some documentaries, we discussed, we talked about it, we had a great dialogue, and that's where we came to the conclusion. Everything clicked. Everything came together, and we decided to live in love. What does it mean to live in love? Well, all the way down to the core, there are only 2 basic emotions. Love and fear. And we all know that it's emotions that drive our behavior. Of course, after we make a decision, we find logical reasons. But in the moment of the decision, it's emotion. Does it feel right? We go. Does it not feel right? We don't do it. So love versus fear. We found that if we make our decisions based on love, good things must come from it. I just finished reading the book Synchronicity by Jaworski, and that explains a beautiful story of which principles are put in practice when you live in love. Now the question is, what does this have to do with being stress-free? The title says why it's my number one priority to be stress-free. So how are those two linked? This starts with the definition of stress. There's not one definition of stress in the world. Different people use different definitions. Some people say stress just means an amount of pressure. What I mean by stress is an amount of pressure that is so big that your performance starts going down. Right? Everybody needs a little bit of pressure, a little bit of stress, they say, to get moving, to perform well, to get in flow. Professional athletes do best in professional competitions, world championships, Olympic games, because the pressure is high and it squeezes out the best of their abilities. Of course, that is one peak moment, but what happens when we go through our days, when we spend every day at work under pressure? Then our performance starts to drop. In the beginning it's cool and it brings out the best in us, but at some point it starts to exhaust us. It starts to exhaust us and we are not the best possible person that we can be. So my priority is to be stress-free. What does that mean? As soon as I recognize in myself that I start to feel stressed, I stop what I'm doing. Because I know that when my internal state is in a negative state, so I feel negative emotions like anger, frustration, anxiety, worry, or I think negative thoughts like, am I good enough? Or I'm not sure if I can do it. What will other people think of me? Those thoughts are not helping. And also I can hear myself say negative words like, how can he be so stupid? Or I hear myself cuss. Or I hear myself talk negatively to myself or to others or to the computer. The computer is just a thing, right? These are red flags and I know I'm in the stress zone, so better get into a positive state again. It's Abraham Lincoln who said something like, my religion is very simple. When I feel good, I create good. When I feel bad, I create bad things. So there we go. Why are we here on this planet? To create good things, good experiences for ourselves and each other, right? So here we go for the 5 reasons why being stress-free is my number one priority. And remember, we are here for the long term. Life is not a sprint, it's a marathon. We have many years, so much of this is about making a small upfront investment for a huge payoff later. First of all, when I'm stress-free, when I am in this calm zone and I allow myself to smile and be calm and at peace, I have better dialogues. I can connect with people. Maybe you recognize that you have a conversation with a colleague or a partner or with your children. And while they're talking, your mind drifts off. Oh, I have to send this email. Oh, I promised to call this person back. Oh, what am I gonna do in this meeting? Oh, I'm afraid that this deal will go wrong. Are you paying attention to the conversation? Definitely not. So here you go. The only new information that you can collect for your life, for your future decisions, is right here in this moment, in the dialogue that we're having. So are you present? That's what I ask myself. And I promise myself to always be present in the moment. Do I succeed 100% of the time? No, I'm still human. Maybe right now I'm at 70 or 80%. 10 years ago I was at 20, 30%. So guess what? It's more than twice the amount of information that I take in, the relationships that I build. It's already widely known. It's called the mastermind principle. When 2 people connect in good dialogue, they build on each other's ideas. They take 2 lifetimes of experience and wisdom and combine it into one new set of ideas, plans to move forward. Now, what is more powerful? Doing everything by yourself or connecting with other people? It's reason number 1. Reason number 2 to be stress-free is so I can connect to my intuition. It's already widely known and scientifically proven that the body often already knows what to do before the mind can comprehend it. It has to do with many things. It has to do with this invisible field that connects everybody. It has to do with magnetic vibrations in this field. Our heart receives those magnetic vibrations and communicates to our body which vibrations feel right and which don't feel right. Now, when I'm in my head, when I'm stressed and running from one task to the next, hurrying, working on one thing and thinking, oh, I wish I have this finished already so I can be working on the next thing. In those moments, do you think I'm listening to my intuition? No, because there's no time. No time to listen to this universal source of truth. That is a waste. So now I'm running around and missing the most important piece of information. The third reason why being stress-free is my number one priority, number one over everything else, is so I can jump into opportunities. Joseph Jaworski describes the cubic centimeter opportunities. These tiny moments in the day. There's one thing that one person says during one conversation at one point of the day where you can jump in. Where you can jump in and connect what that person said to your own bigger goals. To the bigger goals that you're working on. To make the world a better place. To create a better life for yourself and your family and your friends. You need to spot those opportunities. Little windows of opportunity open. Every day, multiple times. What happens when you're stressed, when you're hurrying? What happens when you're running from one task to the next? Do you think you spot those opportunities? No, because you're not present in the current moment. You're already with your thoughts thinking, hey, I wish I have this finished so I can be working on the next thing. That's right, that's what I found with myself. And again, I found a method as well to help myself being stress-free. You know, I have a human mind, stress comes naturally, it's programmed into our survival instinct. So I learned, mostly from David Allen, who we have over here, and by experimenting with myself, that constantly emptying my head, parking all the information that I want to remember into a specific system where I can retrieve it later, that is the golden nugget, the missing piece that I needed in my life to be able to pay attention and jump into those opportunities when they present themselves. You know, think about it. When you think back of your life, where you are today is the result of all the decisions you made in the past. Now, 10 years ago, could you have predicted where you are right now? With whom you spend time? What you're working on? If I speak for myself, definitely not. Much of what happened is the result of sheer coincidences. Seeming coincidences. Synchronicity means that people who are on the same vibration, they collide. It just happens. It's part of how the magnetic field works. It goes beyond what our minds can understand, and I just understand a small portion. I hope you're open-minded enough to let this information in, not judge it. Just let it in, let it sink in, and see what it means to you. So, these small opportunities are not just opportunities to get ahead. These are the things that shape our life. This is what brings color to our life. We are already part of a bigger plan, and all we need to do is open up and use those opportunities, ride the flow that is already designed for us. The fourth reason why being stress-free is my number one priority is because it creates space for self-reflection. Self-reflection is the key to success in personal life and in business life. Science has proven it. We recently interviewed Senge, and he also brought it up. He said the highest performing teams in any company, they made it a habit to reflect on the process of how they work together. Rather than just have a meeting and move on, why not have a meeting, reflect on how the meeting went, and then move on. And do the next meeting even better. When learning is a priority over producing, you produce more tomorrow. So constantly be learning and reflecting. You know, when I record videos, I watch them back and I see myself and I see, hey, this you could have said differently. Here you don't seem authentic. Why did your ego sneak in over there? And I let it sink in, you know, and next time I try again. Is it perfect? No. Is it valuable? Yes. So I just keep moving. And it's thanks to this reflection that every day I'm a little bit better than yesterday. It's also thanks to this reflection that I can improve myself. be a better person for my wife. You know, the relationship we have achieved depths that I never thought were possible. All thanks to reflection. The fifth reason to be stress-free is so I can think clearly. Imagine this. You need to get to a meeting. And it's in the morning. But in the morning you have some hiccups at home. You know, you have children running around and one broke a glass. And now you have to clean the glass. You really don't have time for that in the morning. Because of that, you get into your car a little bit later. It's a very important meeting. So you know, if I just step on it, I'm going to get there faster. And I'm going to be just in time. And as you go through the traffic, there you go. And suddenly, roadworks. Yesterday there weren't roadworks. Now there's suddenly roadworks. Who came up with this idea? Why wasn't it announced? Why don't I know? And we're stuck. And I'm going to be late in this meeting. Now my question is this. How clearly can you think in that moment? Of course, this is a very stressful moment. Can you think clearly about why you are here on this planet? Can you think clearly about this new amazing strategy to move towards your latest goal? Of course not. When you're stressed, you're in a tunnel vision. All you can see is that one thing that matters most. Your body has activated survival mechanisms that are generated to escape from a wild bear, you know, thousands of years ago. That's what's happening when you're stressed. Now we all know that our mind is our most valuable asset. This is what separates us from the animals. So the ability to free up the mind, that's the ability to create life as it unfolds in front of us. I know this may sound deep, but here's the reality. Today is Saturday. This morning I sat down to write down my askings, things I wish to happen in the universe, and the 5 things that I'll be doing today. What happened is I was calm. It was morning, it's part of my routine. I had time for it. And I just allowed my mind to be free and come up with the things that I want to happen in the future. And the simple act of writing these things down instantly triggered ideas. Hey, if I want to have 50,000 people participating in our free How to Work Stress-Free Masterclass, why would I want them to participate? Well, because I want them to have what I have, what Lenka has, my wife, what we experience together. I want them to have a beautiful life with their family. I want them to have adventures. Do great at work, get that promotion, get that bonus, start that own business, touch lives, create experiences for each other. That's why. And by simply writing this down, my mind already generated ideas. It said, hey, why don't you reach out to this person? He has a large audience and I'm sure he gets this. And my mind said, hey, when you post over here in this group of entrepreneurs who all have a large audience, you can start a conversation about what it means to work together. Now, I wouldn't have had those ideas if I would just be following my to-do list or opening my mailbox in the morning. I created a room to think clearly. So that's how it works for me in practice, and that's how it can work for you as well. You know, my main conclusion is that we are here as one team with one mission. When I was born, and I started to learn how life works, nobody came to me and gave me this rule book of life. You know, when I get a smartphone or a microwave I wouldn't recommend, let's say a water boiler, I get this nice booklet that says exactly how it works. Do this and this and this, you get the results you want. Don't do this and this and this, things will go in a bad direction. Nobody gave me that when I was born. So the best guess I had was to look around me. How do the others do it? My friends in school, my teachers, my parents, of course. Hey, they are a lot older than I was and they were still alive, so they seemed to do something right. So the best guess I had was to copy what they were doing. And as I was growing, as I was developing through life, I found out, hey, you know, maybe they're doing okay, they're surviving, they're taking care of their immediate surroundings. But are they creating the most beautiful life possible? I don't know. I don't think all 7 billion people are top expert. So that's how I kept investigating and researching the rules, the principles that we can all use to upgrade our life, to make it more beautiful for ourselves, the people around us, and why not everyone else? We are one team with one mission. Let's create a beautiful life together. Of course, if you're still watching this video, thank you. I know that most people would have dropped off after the first 10 seconds, then after the first minute. If you're still here, that means you get it. You have the same observations that I have had. I put it into my words. You probably use different words to describe it, and I would love to get in touch with you. Because imagine a world where we can together help people to live in power more than in force. We can influence people together and grow big, help people with their mindset. How beautiful is that? Now, the first thing that you can do is you can always write us an email at info@earnmoreworkless.com. You may have noticed that our logo is a diamond. It's because we believe that you are a diamond. And we are a diamond. Everybody is a diamond in the rough. The more you learn, the more you self-reflect, the better dialogue you have with others, the more you polish the diamond. We're gonna let your diamond shine. We're letting our diamond shine. And together we achieve so much more. So info@earnmoreworkless.com. We always read our emails. And earnmoreworkless.com/stress-free masterclass. That's where we give a free 3-part masterclass on how to work stress-free. This video was about why I chose to make it my #1 priority to be stress-free. And as I went through the process and collected information from tons of books, Brian Tracy, David Allen, Bob Proctor, Tony Robbins, Stephen Covey, I took everything and I made it my own into a simple system. In the past years, we've already trained over 2,000 people with this system, and everyone calls it life-changing. They're grateful. They discover a new part of themselves. They feel in control. They get promotions. They get bonuses. They feel stronger than ever before. Now we're teaching our best things, our best materials in this free masterclass. So earnmoreworkless.com/stress-free masterclass. If on the basis of anything in this video you believe that we can support you on your mission to create more beauty for yourself and the people around you, let us know. We are here to elevate each other. We are here to help. Thank you for watching. And I always say, stay creative. Let's create our future together. Stay stress-free. And we're sending you a lot of love from Amsterdam. Bye.